Hey everyone, Ken Scott. Back here with another episode of something that you may find interesting. Um, you guys already know who I am. Chief Executive Officer, US Entry Waiver Services.com, and it's www.usentry-waiver-services.com. A second, I forgot where I was CEO. All right, perfect. We had a gentleman wrote back to us asking if he has a DUI, asking about a waiver. And I asked him, why do you need a waiver if you have DUI? He said he doesn't know the difference. I kind of want to touch upon that for you guys. Let's say I'm rolling down Scott Road, which is named after me, of course, here in Surrey. But I'm rolling down Scott Road, and let's just say it would never happen. Let's just say I get stopped by the RCMP and they ask me if I've had anything to drink and if I have to use the breathalyzer if I blow over of a DUI. So guys, let's just say in that circumstance, let's just say it's you and you blow over, that right there by itself won't really stop you from entering USA. You won't need a waiver. But one thing you guys gotta, if you guys can see me or not. But anyway, another thing you guys gotta be aware of, there are many areas of inadmissibility. I'm just to make sure I got this stuff correct. So there's many areas of inadmissibility. There's one area, I'm trying to think, how can I say this so discount waiver companies can't try to cash in. Essentially, if the border thinks that you drink too much or has some kind of similar problem, they can deny you entry that way. It's in their code. And if they deny you entry in that fashion, then there's certain things you have to do to get cleared to enter the USA. The DUI guy kind of reminded me of that. But again, as you guys are always well aware, the discount waiver companies are constantly circling us like vultures, trying to obtain info that they can use to keep their lights on. So even though we love to give info out to you guys, we always have to be aware of how we present it because they reverse engineer it and try to use it. It's never worked, but we're always aware of that fact. So if you have the one DUI, you're fine. But what happens is, this is the dilemma. Because the thing is, I like to talk. And the administrator told me sometimes when I speak or do these, she thinks I give away too much free info. So I'm trying to balance this out. So if they think you have a certain issue regarding alcohol or other vices, let's just say, not just drinking, but okay, yeah, here we go. If you got certain issue with other alcohol or other vices, based upon that, they can turn you around and send you back. And they have turned people around, sent them back. And when they do that, there's certain things you have to do in order to overcome that to get cleared to enter. And that may or may not become a permanent issue, depending upon the vice. And more importantly, whatever you tell these guards at that border and whatever they use against you. As you guys know, I was a former officer down there in USA, in Washington State, and another state, I'll just say that, where working for these agencies, I will just say, we saw this stuff on a daily basis. So we enforced a lot of these laws anyway as a civilian. So for us, just crossing over to now helping you guys stay clear so you won't get in trouble, so to speak. That's what the thing is. That's the goal we have. So again, I'm trying to pick certain words that I know they cannot use to reverse engineer. But to answer that gentleman's question, he likely, the one simple DUI, he's fine. So pretty much everyone knows that. So, but beyond that, the other stuff you have to be aware of. You really, really have to be aware of it. Like I just said, what you told these guards. And again, none of this is legal advice, yada, yada, any of that stuff. Just speaking upon the facts as they are laid out in the system, in the database, the various databases for that matter, with the American federal government system. There, I can say it like that. And in that way, they cannot reverse engineer it. And you guys probably somewhat get the picture that your own mouth could sink your own ship, or your own behavior or activities could sink your own ship, for that matter. So the one DUI, that's one thing, that's fine. But whatever shows up in a database, depending upon the circumstances, is what can be used against you or may not be used against you. So like I said, because there's many areas of inadmissibility. It's not just, you guys think it's just convictions. It's not just convictions. There's other stuff too. And not all convictions require a waiver. If you guys can see me, it seems like I'm in the dark here. I'll go this way. There's many other areas of inadmissibility. Not just criminal convictions. Again, not all criminal convictions. You guys will be surprised as to what you can, how you can deem yourself inadmissible to the USA. We deal with all of them on a daily basis here. So for us, it's no big thing. I mean, right now we have a backlog of work. So we're working through the backlog. It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. But you guys see me in my other videos. I've got my my own private study that I'm in. But for now, I can't be in the study as much because I actually have to come out and do some work. Because being CEO, I get to manage everything from a distance. But now I have to actually leave my private study and come down and help with some of the work, if that makes any sense. So anyway, short video, don't want to bore you guys too much. But I did want to talk about the DUI, how the fact that the one DUI, the gentleman is fine. And the fact that there are many areas of inadmissibility, not just what you think, many other things. That's all I think I want to touch upon it for the moment. Because again, I don't want these guys trying to reverse engineer stuff and trying to use it, which they haven't done that so far. They've tried, but they can't master it, because the thing is with this kind of work, there's certain things that you know from having worked within the system that we know that they don't know, they will actually never know. Same with certain reference materials that we have access to, or we have, they don't have, they will never have. Some things are just basically on paper, it's not electronic, so it's just in certain binders. But I covered this before already, so that's not a big thing. But yeah, so someone who's worked for the system, has those credentials, actually is a person, I guess I want to say the best person to get you cleared, as opposed to just, it is, well, you know what, it is what it is. I'll just leave it at that. So again, Ken Scott, Chief Executive Officer, USEntryWaiverServices.com, and it's 1-888-908-3841. Or, do I want to give that number? No. For now, guys, just use the 888 number, because we're doing a transition of a couple of different things. We got a lot of new and exciting things coming down the pipeline. What's that? Coming down the pipeline, which you guys are going to be intrigued. You're going to be very impressed. But I don't want to give away too much of the goodies just yet. So anyway, Ken Scott signing off. And you guys live long and prosper and have a happy life.